And welcome to Games XP Championship. We are here. We've got a hot set for you right now. We've got Red Dusk Esports. We've got Reign of Kings. This is the clash at the bottom of the playoff list. These two teams are looking to go head-to-head, and most likely the winner here will come out with that coveted 6th playoff spot. I am looking forward to a hot match between these two teams, seeing what's going to go down. This is only the first of 2 games we've got for you guys, so thanks for joining us right now. I'm Skyson, and I'm here with my boy Cinco Gazer.
Yes, hello.
And we just got some interesting move-arounds in the pregame lab. We're looking to get into game here pretty soon, but I've been looking forward to this match for a while. I don't know about you.
Yeah, this should be a pretty good game. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the jungle mid duos play versus each other in both teams. It actually looks like Pig is not here for RDE, which is unfortunate because I do not believe that they are nearly the same team without him, but we'll see if they can pull a win out from ROK's feet.
Yeah, so the lineups... Uh-oh. So, lineups going forward here, we're going to have, for Red Dusk Esports, we're going to have Virtual Trap in the top lane, Angry Troglodyte, formerly John MJ, in the jungle, KTA mid in the mid lane, C9 Cheesecake in the bot lane, Yay123 support, and on the side of Reign of Kings, we are going to have V8er in the top lane, a Jat Jungle in the jungle, Unique in the mid lane, Asadius in the bot lane, and Nizumi support.
Bans coming through. Cannon Ban obviously very good against Virtual Trap. He's kind of a 2-trick Yasuo Cannon player. Pretty much every champion that he's been on besides those two has been fairly underwhelming, so I do want to see those 2 bans come out. Just to make the matchup on V8er easier. V8er is a good top laner, so I would like to see him play sort of one of his bruisers into this and kind of just dominate top lane. That's what I want to see from him, at least.
Definitely a good move to take Virtual Trap down off these starting bans. And the Jarvan ban coming out from the side of Red Dusk is relatively interesting. I'm not sure about the Lucian ban either. I don't think Asadius has a game of Lucian in this league.
Yeah, I think Asadius has only played like Varus and Ezreal, actually. So the Lucian ban really just doesn't make any sense. Maybe if I looked at his op.gg, I'd see that he's spamming it in solo queue or something, but really not sure how I feel about that. I think it's kind of a wasted ban.
Right.
Yeah, that and the... these are... Red Dusk, I'm not sure if they... I don't want to say they didn't do their homework here, but they definitely are throwing some interesting bans down the line.
I will say that Red Dusk 100% did not do their homework into this matchup. I mean, I'm going to go past questionable now, and I'm going to say these are bad bans. Definitely 2 wasted bans on the side of RD. Really not sure what the thought process is here. The Graves ban also doesn't really make any sense because Pig isn't playing, and that's Pig's jungler. I'm pretty sure Jan MJ only plays tanks, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say I've seen him. I mean, we've seen him on the Maokai and the tanking in the top lane. I don't think we've seen him in the jungle yet, but see what he has to offer. But if he's, that typical tanky type player, then the Graves ban's kind of interesting. But we are going to see the Jhin come in for Cheesecake there, but that does leave Unique's Akali open, and they are just going to take it.
Yeah, and this is where they would put their Akali ban if they had one.
Right.
But they wanted to ban Caitlyn, a fairly weak AD carry that is, I mean, in my opinion at least, just a worse version of Tristana in almost every aspect.
Right, she's got a little bit of early game bully power, but that's not, I don't know. If they're really worried about the early game and they banned out the Lucian Caitlyn, then I think they want to keep a little bit safe. Yeye does get her his very notable Zyra pick. He's had a lot of successful games on Zyra, to be fair, but that is into the Alistair of Nizumi, and not exactly an easy pick to keep yourself alive there.
Yeah, but this is what I want to see from RDE. We saw the absolutely no hesitation Zed lock in for KTA. And I feel like this is where KTA has really stumbled in the past few weeks, is playing these control mages that, in my opinion, he doesn't really have any business playing. He's shown himself to be quite a proficient assassin player. And really, he should just stick to his guns, sort of, because I don't think he's really had a bad game on Zed yet. And I mean, granted, he hasn't been able to play it a lot because it's been banned against him quite a bit. But I'm pretty sure that he wins almost every time he plays Zed, which is a correlation that you would want to pick into.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot easier to make the matchup or give yourself the Zed and challenge the enemy team to fight the Zed, rather than not trusting yourself on the Zed or something of that nature. But I think that KTA has definitely proven himself more than enough times on the Zed to the point where if they pick it, it's on the enemy team to be able to fight against it. So I'm actually really excited to see KTA Zed against Unique Zakali. The ninja battle in the mid lane will definitely be something to watch.
Yeah, I agree. I hope, just for the sake of entertainment value, that there isn't a lot of jungle interference in the mid lane. I know that likely won't be the case because Ajat and Unique are a very scary mid jungle duo. But I really just want to see those two duke it out in the mid lane. So here's to hope and fingers crossed, right? A little bit more on the bans. We do see the Kane ban come through, which again, Pig isn't playing. Doesn't really make sense. I wish that ROK would have really taken a closer look at who is actually playing tonight, because that's 2 wasted bans on their side. It's a little feels bad. The Maokai ban makes sense. JNMJ pretty much only plays Maokai, I think. So good ban on that, but still 2 wasted bans in the end. It leaves a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah, not sure what direction we're going to go with these players. So we're gonna see the Ezreal for us, Audius.
And there's the Ezreal. It's certainly not Lucian or Caitlyn.
Very hard to pick it with it.
Come on, RD. What are you doing?
What are we gonna see? There's
we still have the top laner and the jungler left on the side of RD here, so we'll see what Virtual Trap wants to play now with both of his champions banned. I'm gonna see the Vi come out for jungle. Mixed feelings. I don't think it's that great of a pick. I think it's pretty bad into Camille, especially, and definitely really trash against Ezreal.
That's not gonna be a lock in. No way, Jose.
We do see Vayne being hovered. I guess top lane Vayne, maybe? I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. They pick the Sion. I feel like this is pretty good because Sion especially I feel like has a very low skill floor, but a very high skill ceiling. So even if you're not super proficient on tanks and don't really understand the playstyle very much, which I mean, isn't that hard to understand if we're being quite honest, you can still be very effective with them.
True, and I mean, things that Sion offers to a comp will always be the same, regardless of how strong of a player you're going to be. You can still hit the minions, get yourself some free health, and get to the point where you just ult into people and they'll die. So we saw the Camille there for Ajat, and we are going to see the Urgot come in for Viator.
Yeah, interestingly enough, before the Urgot came out, there was like a black screen, a blank icon in Nezmi's champion portrait. So I'm not really sure. Maybe that was like a client bug there.
Yeah, second time it's happened.
Like it really just doesn't make any sense. Riot, please fix your client. But
we do see the Urgot, so it's all good.
Yeah.
So what have we built here? Wait a minute. Oh, we are going to see, if things stay as they are right now, I think we're going to see Virtual Trap in the jungle.
That's interesting. I think we did see Virtual Trap in the jungle one game before. Yeah, but we are going to go to an ad break now. So we'll see you guys on the Rift. Yeah, that's 3 minutes too early, actually.
We're gonna hang out here as we talk about these picks. I like these picks. But
oofs in chat for the low IQ caster, please.
Drop an oof for our boy Cinco Gazer. But on that note, we are going to see Virtual Trap on the Vi jungle, and we are going to see Angry Troglodyte go for the Scion in the top lane.
I feel better about having Angry Troglodyte on this tank than I would have Virtual Trap. But as I was saying before I lost all consciousness for a second there, I've seen Virtual Trap jungle before. I haven't really been very impressed with it. I think we do know that Subjective Love was available to be subbed into this game. I think the right call here is putting either Subjective Love or Angry Troglodyte jungle, and then the other one into the top lane. I feel like that would have just been better for the team comp and just better. It gives you a better champ pool, in my opinion, because Virtual Trap, like on his accounts, it's really just like Yasuo, Kennen, and like really other random assorted champions at varying win rates. It's kind of all over the place. It's sort of a jack of all trades, master of none. So especially, and I don't think you want someone like that into the matchup of Aja JG because he's exceptionally good at his job of creating these early picks and early pressure around the map. I think that they're going to get punished really hard for this. And if I was to give an estimate, which of course I've been wrong every time I've said one of these, but I'm going to throw one out there anyway. I'm going to say ROK wins 23.5 minutes.
Pretty bold. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt slightly to RD, and I will say that ROK is going to take this win around, I don't know, 27 minutes. I'll give them. But
right.
going forward, we do have these two teams lined up. I am looking forward to this clash regardless. We're going to see some interesting things go down. And of course, make sure you guys get your bets down. Make sure you bet RDE or bet ROK. Again, this match most likely clash going down for 6th place playoff spot. And we'll be getting over to the game in just a few moments, but we will first be running a commercial break from our sponsor.
Oof.
My name is Tim Borseth, and I own and operate Games XP in Decorah, Iowa. Games XP is a geek paradise. We carry everything from Pong and Atari all the way to Xbox One and PS4, and all the games that would go with those consoles as well. We also carry a ton of movies. We have handheld games. We have Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon. We have D&D and Pathfinder. We carry Warhammer 40K. We have a vintage Star Wars selection. This place is great. My wife and I have had 6 kids, and they are so much fun to work with here at the store. They run the store as much as I do.
And we now repair cell phones, game consoles, computers, and small electronics.
Our store is instant fun. Not only is there cool music and cool stuff to look at, but we have a game room that is so much fun. It's free to play, and you just plug in your game system and enjoy life. The Game XP motto is bringing joy to people's lives through our products, people, and a place to play. So you have got to come to Decorah, Iowa, and check out Games XP and experience this geek gaming paradise.
And we are here with Game 1 of Reign of Kings versus Red Dusk Esports. Looking to get right into the action. Things are going down on board. Make sure I get Virtual Trap there, put in the jungle, slide him down. Angry Troglodyte moving up on that Scion. And we'll see how things go.
Yeah, interesting rune choice from Virtual Trap going with the Dark Harvest. I'm actually not super familiar, even as a jungle main, with the runes that Vi is supposed to take, considering that she hasn't really been meta in competitive or solo queue in a very, very long time.
I feel like she was a very popular Electrocute user while she was, still being played. So I think that was just sort of the natural transition from Electrocute and its kind of burst nerf to just along the route of champions that moved down to, picking up Harvest.
That is true. On the Vi pick itself, I spoke a little bit about how I thought it was a pretty poor pick earlier. I think that's really emphasized against this comp. I mean, you can ult Akali, but if she shrouds, she's going to go stealth immediately after you are done ulting her, which makes it very ineffective.
They don't have.
And Akali, I think, is definitely going to be the main damage threat of this game. So
yeah, I'll just see how this ends up, because of course they don't really have a lot of follow-up CC for a single person. I mean, it's off the back of maybe a Scion ultimate, or maybe even finding a Xyrus there or something crazy like that. But it's going to be rough for them to, chain CC somebody down if it's going to be this Akali, and mostly having to devote Virtual Trap to maybe trying to peel this Akali off of somebody else, just going for the ultimate on her. And then we're going to see an early flash from KTA mid. Ajat is going to be there in the mid lane, burning that summoner spell super early on the level 1.
Yeah, pretty much as expected from Ajat. He's really showing his early game prowess here. Goes in, immediately takes KTA's flash, not even 2 minutes into the game. And now he's got to play on the back foot, and he's going to be very susceptible to another gank. I would like to see Ajat really play around this missing flash now that he knows that it's down. We're going to see it collapse it here in the top lane, maybe?
Keep moving around.
It looks like Virtual Trap decided to not go for the top lane gank. I think that's exceptionally questionable and a very poor decision. Urgot was very pushed up, didn't have a ward. And really that was...
Ooh, Ajat goes for the flash stun, the ignite from Unique, and the pickup from Ajat, and that is the clean first blood for Reign of Kings. There's what he was looking for.
Yeah, that's a job for you. The mid jungle duo showing their heavy synergy here. It's interesting to note that this is really only working so well right now, this game specifically, because Unique has Akali, which really should have been banned. On Unique's other picks, he might have been able to do that on Lissandra as well, but certainly not on Orianna. Orianna is a fairly weak early game, especially in levels 1 to 3, besides really the auto attack poke. So definitely we're seeing the misdraft from RD really punch them here with this first blood.
And not really going the direction they want to. And KTA put on a lot on the back foot here. Now down a flash, down a kill. A lot of power in the lane handed over to Unique as he comes back with that amplifying tome on top of the Duran shield.
Yeah, and it's very unfortunate.
Ooh, the engage from Nezumi. Looks for the stun onto Yeye, taking a lot of damage in return there.
Jin W flies off into nowhere, really, unfortunately. Nezumi showing really high lane aggression here, definitely punishing Yeye for being mispositioned. We are going to see Virtual Trap really just farm out his jungle. He did end up taking Ajat's red, I believe, earlier in the game, and he just took Gromp there. So he has countered them quite a bit, but what RDE needs right now is lane pressure, and he's really just kind of sitting in his jungle taking camps. It is important here that he gets the Raptors, and in my opinion, he should have went down towards Krugs there, getting the Krugs on cooldown.
Oh man, Ajat goes in and KTA finding the wrong end of the W there. W goes there, the tactical sweep takes him down. And that's going to be another kill on the KTA.
And Nezumi almost catching the bad side of a 4th Jin bullet there, but does manage to get away. As I was saying, I think it's important that Virtual Trap puts Krugs on cooldown here, because second spawning of Krugs gives more XP than any other camp in the game. And for a jungler that really wants to be 6 to make their ganks effective, especially for one that has a fairly easy time clearing Krugs like Vi, I think that was the correct pathing.
Ooh, we're seeing Ajat here. The flash from Nezumi. This stun up onto Yeye. Everybody slides in. The E comes in. Ajat wants a piece. Finds the kill onto Yeye.
Yeah, very good gank by Ajat. It is worth noting, though, that Cheesecake could have actually gotten the kill on Nezumi there had he just autoed twice. It was really just 2 autos, and he got scared even after ROK had blown all of their crowd control and just walked away and let 300 gold just go out the window there.
Yeah, not working in his favor there. Looking rough now. We see Unique's got the level 6, and lanes are building up pretty heavy on the side of Reign of Kings here.
Yeah, unfortunately for Ajat, he is getting a lot of his camps taken. He isn't even going to go for his Raptors because he does not have the team mat yet. I think this is a misplay here, honestly.
Virtual Trap. He has a lot of shielding from that passive. Gets out of there with the Q.
Yeah, Virtual Trap really not respecting the power of the Red Smite. It is worth noting that Virtual Trap definitely should have went Red Smite here as well, especially if there's a high chance that he's going to be dueling Ajat in the jungle. But I'll chalk that up to inexperience with the role, really.
Right. KTA's got the level 6 now. Maybe looking for something over here on the side. See a little active Virtual Trap having a rough time getting to his blue. I don't know if he wants to go in on this, but Angry Troglodyte's here. Finds a sign ultimate onto Ajat. Is he gonna run through there? But the trap, the Urgot's gonna flip, and Unique is here now. Unique's on top, finds the kill on Angry Troglodyte. They're gonna find the kill onto Ajat on the return. Unique turns around, finds a slide through on Virtual Trap. Virtual Trap trying his best to get to Viator, takes down Viator at the same time, but Unique finds 2 low targets, takes the kill down on a Virtual Trap. Now he's looking for KTA. Doesn't quite find the attack. Backflips over the wall. He's still looking for him. Don't know if he's gonna find him.
To get out of here.
Waiting for the smoke here. It's very possible. And he's gonna escape.
Yeah, actually quite well played by RDE there, except for the exceptionally questionable Scion ult to really kick that fight off. I mean, we saw KTA slide in and he killed Ajat. He did use his Ignite on that, and then he ulted Unique. I believe the right play there was actually ulting Ajat, securing the kill, and then shadowing out over the wall, so he wasn't in threat of being killed by Unique there, but they did end up getting 2 kills out of that, so it was worth it. 2 for 2. Unfortunately, we are going to see most of the gold be going over to Unique, which is very not
holding most of the money here on the side of Reign of Kings right now. Not building a favorable thing for these two. Viator's going to get the flip down on Troglodyte as he's walking around with the Scion shield.
Yeah, having someone on their main comfort champion, i.e. Unique Sakali, as well as that champion being arguably very overpowered currently, is going to spell the early end for RDE here, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to be a very tough... KDA trying to do what he can to make a trade on here on the Sakali, but it's not working out for him.
Yeah, otherwise, I mean, we've pretty standard fare across the other lanes. Ajat did get that very good gank in bot lane, punished Yeye for being mispositioned again. And you pretty, wet noodle fight up in top lane right now. Is this what it's like when you watch Scion players in the tournament? Because this is actually quite boring.
Yes, every time, except usually there's way more Qs being used when it's you. Usually it's camera goes up top, Scion Q, something else happens, camera goes back top, Scion Q.
Unfortunate. We are going to see a ton of pings going down. ROK had reason to believe the Virtual Trap might have been going into their jungle to counter jungle Ajat again. But that is not what is going to happen here. He leaves both bot side camps up. Just going to go to his own wolves and try and cut this deficit a little bit somehow. He is level 6, so he really needs to do something on the map, like anyway, really. They just need gold.
Unique slides in on KTA, finds the dash, finds the damage, tries to get back to the shadow, manages to get out of there. He's gonna stay alive for now.
Yeah, actually, very good escape by KTA. If it had been a worse Zed player, that would have been a game over there. So
Nezumi finding the flash knockup on a Cheesecake. The Ezra ultimate comes through. There's a Jot, finds a stun knockup. Cheesecake's gonna go down. The Zyra ultimate's through. A Jot gonna dodge it out with the Camille ultimate, but not gonna have the damage to follow up under tower.
yeah, very cheeky play by Nezumi there, Wing to a minion and then flashing to getting Q range of Cheesecake. Just a little trading going on mid lane here. We are going to see ROK go into this dragon. It's pretty much the right call here, even if it is kind of the least impactful of the dragons, especially for a team like ROK. They're a team that really wants to force early towers and stuff, so an Earth Drake probably would have been the best bet. But they'll pick it up anyway. It's good to just get it off the map and have another one spawn.
Right. The Cloud Drake here will help them run to the next Mountain Drake slightly faster. A Jot gonna flash behind. Actually gonna find the Zed ultimate here. KT is trying to get himself out. Finds the Ignite and the ultimate onto a Jot. Actually gonna walk away and baits Unique towards that shadow. Gonna dodge the 5-point strike and get himself out of there. KTA is still looking not too bad on the Zed.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because that was a beautiful flash by a Jot. It really was. But it seems like he got a little bit ahead of himself, really didn't respect KTA's damage at all, especially the ability to...
Unique, whoa. Doesn't find the 5-point strike there, so he's not able to follow him as he gets out.
But yeah, Jot really does not having respect for the potential Zed damage, including the ability to dodge the follow-up there, so... Would like to see him play a little bit more... not really conservatively, but a little better decision making. I think that was, despite the fact that he did land with a really, really impressive flash stun. Zed had ult. They knew Zed had ult.
Right.
Just a little bit wonky.
They are looking for a little more here as things move forward.
Now there's that Scion key you were talking about.
Every time.
So we have Unique going here bot lane. He's going to blast cone over. We saw the pings come down. He's going to set up for a dive, I believe. This will be an interesting fight here.
Ooh, we are looking for a little more here. Unique's going to slide in. Ye is trying to get the Zyra ultimate down. Finds the knockup, and we find the Vi ultimate to come off the back of that. Very nice pickup as we see Cheesecake's going to take the shutdown gold on to Unique. But we see a Jot's here. Doesn't quite find the stun, but finds the ultimate on Cheesecake. He's locked in there. Alice is going to find the knockup, and that is way too much for him to deal with. Gonna find the stun auto attack on a virtual trap too. They might collapse on this. Virtual trap flashes out of there, but the hook shot comes down from a Jot. Tries to turn around, gets the blue smite. Now from the double, it goes to Osadeus.
Yeah, that was a very good Vi ultimate there. It went down immediately as Unique exited the shroud, so he got locked up and couldn't go back in and killed. But unfortunately, a Jot was already on his way. This was going to be a 4-man from the beginning, so RD really didn't stand a chance there. It also sucks, Virtual Trap's Q got canceled twice. There were 2 instances in which he could have gotten out of that, but it was canceled first by the Camille ultimate. And really, he shouldn't have been channeling it there, because he was already too close to Jhin, so it was going to be canceled 100% by the pushback.
Right.
But it also got canceled by the Alistar, and there really wasn't much he could have done about that.
Okay, Unique. KTA looking for a little fight there. Under that shadow, that is so much damage.
Yeah.
Kali.
Questionable play by KTA there. He really didn't have any business attempting to trade with her. A Jot and Virtual Trap here.
A little more in this. A Jot on top of Virtual Trap here. Gets the blue smite down. I'm going to try to get away, but it's going to be rough pickings for him. He gets the hookshot available again. Finds the stun, finds the auto attack, and a Jot takes the kill down on Virtual Trap. Unique sliding in there. Gets stunned up by the Zyra. He actually dies in the shroud. But there's Nezumi on the follow-up there. Gonna blast cone over with him. Finds the stun auto in the E. Nezumi taking the kill on Yeye. Takes the ride with her and takes her down.
Yeah, a lot to talk about there. So KTA really not having any respect for Unique's damage. it's really impossible for a champion like Zed to fight Akali while she's in Shroud, especially while she has bone plating up. Bone plating is a significant trading deterrent, especially because KTA himself doesn't have it, so he's very weak against this bone plating Akali. So after that went down, we did see the Unique getting a little overconfident, didn't really respect the non-targeted abilities that RD's bot lane could hit him with, and he got punished pretty heavily for that. He may not have given shutdown gold for that. I don't believe he did, but it was a needless death, really.
Leaks here. So Virtual Drop going to go for the ultimate there. They try to lock him up for some of that shot time, but he's going to slide back out of there and go to the... He flashes back in! Looks for the combo on KT. He takes him down. Virtual Drop going to get knocked up by Nezumi here. He has nowhere to go. The flash comes back in from Nezumi, and now the cow is on a killing spree.
Yeah, really good flash by Nezumi there at the end to intercept the buy Q. And again, like, the Akali pick is really just destroying RDE right now. They did land the Vile, but of course she went untargetable immediately after she landed, and that was the end. You just wasted Vile.
When you could slam Akali down hard enough to clear the smoke, that'd be just perfect.
Yeah, if only. Unfortunately, that champion is busted in essentially almost every way a champion can be, so right. He doesn't get punished for that.
It be what it be, and ROK is going to take about a 5k lead here. Yeah, looking strong going forward.
Pretty much going as I expected. It probably won't be over as early as I thought, but it's especially with RDE's comp, I think it's quickly entering the unwinnable territory here.
Yeah, it's getting rough for them.
I really think that the only way they can really find an in back into this game is to make a two-man pick, and they really just have to take towers off of that. They need the global gold to stabilize. Also, please kill Alistar and get his shutdown gold. Like, that's their support.
Looking for a little more here. We see the flip from Vader going down on Troglodyte. He's going to try to find the Q, and just more Scion Qs. This is where we're at. This is what I'm looking for. Looking for the grass proc, maybe. Not going to happen. Just the Q, he's going to get flipped out of the Q. And there's a Scion ultimate. Virtual Trap's there. He flashes away from him. There's the ultimate. Vader might be in a bind here. He doesn't really get away from Troglodyte. Finds the Q. Finds the knockup, and the Q and the auto from Virtual Trap's going to take him down. But at the same time, that gives ROK the time to find this dragon in the bot lane.
Yeah, they do secure another Air Drake here. I think it's almost as irrelevant as the first one, but a little bit better. I would have preferred, instead of seeing them go for this this Air Drake, them set up a 4-man dive bot lane and just take the tower and then pressure the second tower, because we already knew, we'd seen KTA top lane, we knew that they were going to really commit to taking this this first tower here. Really questionable teleport. I have no idea what Angry Troglodyte is doing here.
Troglodyte is on top of Unique, but the problem is Cheesecake's got to get away from this Alistar. Vader's here as well. This is going to be rough for Troglodyte. He's going to find the back of the Urgot ultimate. Going to get eaten up by the Akali as they're pressed down by the Urgot, and that's going to be a kill going over to Vader here. Sion's going to give him a few punches and gets knocked back by Nezumi and has nothing to really do about it.
Yeah, Angry Troglodyte had no business TPing into the Akali. He has a ton of armor, but no magic resist. He got obliterated almost immediately after the teleport was done. He needs to look at his itemization and gauge what he is going into before he goes in. That was not very smart at all.
So going for it, we do see Vader go for the flip onto KTA mid. KTA is gonna, oh Lord, the exhaust comes out from Vader off the back of that swivel. He's got to get away from Vader. He doesn't have the ultimate, but he gets out.
Yeah, an unnecessary flash, I think. Urgot had no cooldowns up. I don't think the flash was needed to live there. But you really do see the power of that unsealed spellbook Urgot being able to just pick the exhaust out of nowhere and really punish KTA for thinking that he was safe.
Moves coming around the map. Leads extended about to 5k now. The double cloud. The 15-6 kills sitting on even towers right now on the side, but RD is really looking to find something to happen here as they're just being rotated on by the side of Reign of Kings here. Nazumi's gonna go for the combo on Troglodyte. We got bodies here. Unique's around.
I don't know how I feel about this dive setup from the side of ROK. I think they're being a little too greedy here, diving into Zyra Scion, but it could potentially turn out well for them, depending on how fast Urgot can get here.
Ooh, Virgil Trap gonna find the ultimate onto a Jot. There's a Scion ultimate afterwards. A Jot goes down, disappears before he can hit a button. A nice pickup for RDE.
Yeah, very needed and very well played by Virtual Trap and Angry Troglodyte there. Let's see if they can actually do anything with this, though. A pick is a pick, but they need to have to, or they have to really transition this into anything here.
It's rough.
Interestingly enough, Artie really wasn't able to do anything with that. I believe what they could have done was shove a wave top lane and get it pushing in their favor, and then rotate mid to pressure as a full team. Instead, they just kind of linger in their jungle a little bit. They took like Gromp, and now they're going to get punished by this 5-man rotation of ROK. They're going to just come back and take this tower for real this time.
Yeah, I don't think that the side of RD is going to be able to respond to this. We see Troglodyte in the bot lane. Doesn't have the ultimate or the teleport available to really get there, so
yeah, this is definitely going to be a tower for the side of ROK here.
KT gets away from the Nazumi combo. Takes a nice amount of damage in return. Ooh, Unique's there. That's going to be a Jot. Finding the ultimate on Cheesecake. He tries to heal him, get himself up. Roots up the Camille, but he has nowhere to go. Eaten up by the Urgot. Gonna go down. KJ is going to find the ultimate on Zed. Slides out to get away from the Alistair combo. Vi finds the ultimate on Unique, but I don't think anything's going to happen off this. Troglodyte tries to find the Q. That's a lot of damage coming forward. Ye is on the side trying to create some chaos. Nobody's paying attention to him. But in the end, nobody's going to go down after the initial exchange.
And this was caused really just by the slow rotation, or the slow reaction to ROK's rotation. If RD had been in position earlier, they would have been able to counter a Jot's initiation there. But they really just weren't prepared. And I think that's kind of the theme of this game so far is unpreparedness on the side of RDE.
Yeah, this is not going to go in their favor here as long as this gets dragged around. So we are approaching that 23-minute mark that you called, and I don't know if
the end is unfortunately nowhere in sight right now. So once again, I am wrong. I will admit it. So we'll see if we can aim for more around your 27-minute, I believe it was, mark.
It's looking heavy. We see the next dragon coming up in about a minute here, and it's going to be a mountain drake there.
Yeah, this is very good for the side of ROK. But I really do want to see ROK do more of these 5-man pressure plays here. We're going to see something here.
Okay, there's something I want to. If nothing goes down, Asadeus, if you would check out his build there real quick. A new innovation in the Ezreal build.
It would believe that Asadeus has purchased 2 Sheens. This might just be an incredibly big brain play on his part. Some 9 million IQ stuff that I can't even begin to comprehend.
You do get the mana from both items. The cooldown reduction is not unique, so he does get 10% cooldown reduction from both Sheens.
Yeah, very important
to note. But yeah, we move forward. Unique's looking around. He's standing in the smoke because he finds 4, trying to not get in the crazy center of too many things.
We're going to see the dragon start here. Definitely the right play. So let's see what happens if they go to counter-engage something.
Looking for something here. The standoff coming through it. Troglodyte's in the front here. They got to make a move. Scion Ultimate finds Asadeus on the backside. Unique zone in the back, but Ye is going to get eaten up by the Urgot. They're looking for more. The ultimate goes down. Doesn't quite find the knockup, but Virtual Trap finds the ultimate. But he's going to go down. Doesn't have the damage to come through. Asadeus on fire. He's going to get ignited and go down. KT mid looking for anything he can. He's going to go down next. And that's going to be a 4-for-1 on the side of Reign of Kings. They're going to pick up the dragon off the back of that. Teleport's coming in from Urgot to go to the top lane. And that's going to be huge for ROK.
Yeah, that fight pretty much played out as we would have expected it to. KTA did manage to kill the Ezreal, but I mean, basically a non-factor at this point. I mean, this team is really the other 4 members versus, RDE's 5-man at this point.
The two Sheens, unfortunately, did not keep Asadeus alive there. But we do see the General to come out, not get a whole lot down as they take out that tower, and they're going to walk out with it. Now it's extending to about a 7.5k lead on the side of Reign of Kings.
I think what ROK could do here is perhaps they want to group bot lane and take the last of the standing gold with the inner tower here, and then rotate up towards mid lane, pressure mid lane, and go bait Baron. I think that's probably what I want to see from them. Alternatively, they could do something similar with top lane. We also see the top lane tier 2 inner is still standing as well. But I mean, I think at this point, essentially, they can do whatever they want, and any punishment that RD is able to kind of throw back at them is going to be effectively worthless. They're just too far behind to really do anything, and it's just, I mean, the beginning of the end, essentially.
Yeah, this is definitely a slow burn on the side of RD. Looking difficult for them to make something happen here. I mean, we saw the fight start off decently off the back of a Sion ultimate that did find Asadeus, who, was pretty slippery on this Urgot, but if you're not on this Ezreal, but if we're not finding ways to stop Unique from just running rampant on this Akali, then it's just going to be very difficult for RD to make anything happen. And I think they're getting to the point now where their tanks aren't tanking enough. The Dark Harvest Vi is not really paying off, not being able to, find a kill off the back of an ultimate. Here, it's really just, it's building way too far against them.
Yeah, in my opinion, the Vi pick has essentially just been, they're playing Camille, but worse in every way.
Yeah, the pick-off power of the Vi is much, I mean, we've seen way more Camille ultimates lock up a target for Nezumi to follow up and absolutely take a monster kill there than any follow-up that's come off of Virtual Trap's ultimates here.
Sion pushing that bot lane tower. He's going to take the inner. Oh, my God.
The dot flashes for the stun onto Yeye, and Yeye goes down getting only a snare off.
Brutal play by Ajat there. Really just, these flashes of his have been totally out of this world this game. It's
pretty wild on Camille, and I play a little bit of Camille in a couple worlds, and landing those flash E's, it's a pretty simple timing, but it feels very precise at times. So making sure you land off the right distance, land that stun on top of somebody in that relatively small window, and I think it's the 3rd or 4th he's hit this game. It's been really showing off how well he knows this champion. As he finds the ultimate on KT after the trap, KT having nowhere to go, the next auto attack by Ajat taking him out there, and this looks like it might be the end for RDE.
Yeah, I think that they just push in here. I mean, Angry Tribal just still pushing bot lane, still chugging along. It kind of just seems like he hasn't really.
And we see everything coming through. Unique's gonna get jumped on, but he finds Virtual Trap, finds Yeye. Cheesecake running away. There is nowhere to go. This RD crew explodes. Reign of Kings coming in there, and it looks like I may only be about a minute off of my prediction, maybe 2 of my 27 minutes. And they are going to finish this game out, I believe.
And Angry Tribal finally decides to show his face in his own base after really giving it to that tier 2 bot lane tower on the side of the ROK.
Yeah, he's going to come out here, finds a 3-man knockup. They're not going to find the kill, but they are going to find the Nexus, and that is going to be game 1 going over to the Reign of Kings.
Yeah, I mean, ROK certainly played better than RD this game. You did see them overstep their boundaries a few times, but I mean, really, RD just got outdrafted. I think that this was pretty much over in Champ Select with the 2 wasted bans. So they need to adapt, or this is going to happen again.
If you want to see the proper bans here going into game 2, we'll be getting into game 2 very quickly here, but we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with game 2. And we are here. Game 2, Red Dusk Esports, Reign of Kings. 1-0 Reign of Kings. We see a change up here. Virtual Trap now in the top lane. We've swapped out Angry Troglodyte and brought in Subjective Love to the jungle. KTA mid being swapped out this game as we see the team's owner, Tilted Gargoyle, is going to head into the mid lane here. And we're seeing the bands rotate in, and we're going to see the Ken come in again. Virtual Trap going to get his pull pinch a little bit. We're going to see the Camille come through. Going to lock that away from Ajat.
Yeah, he cannot play that again. That was a totally monstrous performance in game 1. Jesus, man. He didn't have a stop button, but he didn't need one. So. Right. On the roster change, mixed feelings. Obviously, I believe that Subjective Love is going to be better in the jungle. If only just because of he's a higher ranked player, and therefore I believe he'll be able to make better decisions than Angry Troglodyte would have if they wanted to put Virtual Trap in the top lane. But again, Virtual Trap with his 2 champions ban, you have to question how effective he's going to be able to be. It's very unfortunate that he is really only dedicated himself to those 2 champions, and once they're banned, that's basically all. And we see the Kame ban once again with no pig in game, and I'm just like,
they do ban the Akali, so at least they take 3 picks from last game, and they want to take those away.
We're going to see Graves here. Graves, commonly considered to be the best jungler in the game right now.
See the Rek'Sai, come on.
Yeah, a little bit of a shame that we don't get to see
Where's my Ajat Rek'Sai?
On his patented Rek'Sai pick. But as we know, Graves largely considered to be the best jungle in the game right now, at least in solo queue. We did see SKZ Godir play it to pretty great effectiveness against Purple Cobras last night. So it has some viability and competitive as well. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what Ajat does with this. I believe the last time Graves was played, besides when Godir played it, it was played with either press the attack or fleet footwork. I'm not really a fan of those. I really like the Dark Harvest build on Graves. It's very easy to take a camp and then just walk to any lane and blow them up immediately with very little effort. So, want to see Dark Harvest.
And that is going to be the Asadeus Ezreal and the Nezumi Shen, most likely. I believe we've seen maybe 6 or 7 games of Shen from Nezumi, and I don't think we've seen a single Shen game from Viator, so I'm willing to say with pretty good confidence that that is going to be the Shen. And I believe we're going to see, as we see, the Xayah Rakan duo coming out from the bot lane of RD, we are going to see Tilted Gargoyle, most likely, on the Gargoyle Galio.
Yeah, fitting, to say the least. Now, I want to see 2 good bans here. Darius ban, waste of a ban. I hate it, 100%. Would have banned Urgot.
Right. This has to be Lysandra or Orianna afterwards if they're really going to give Unique the respect he deserves.
Yeah, I personally, I believe that I would have double banned mid lane here.
Oh yeah, I would have double banned mid.
I think that is 100% the way to go. Viator is a good top laner, as I said before, but I don't think that he's this insane threat that Unique is.
Right.
So,
Kha'Zix's going to come out on top of Subjective Love. They've definitely banned out Virtual Trap's pool, so they're not looking to take out any more top laners, so they're just looking to put holes in Subjective Love's picks now.
Yeah, Virtual Trap has, again, really just shown himself to be dead in the water off his main 2 picks, so I mean, you could probably put Viator on like anything and he could cruise through lane. Kassadin ban really not making any sense here. Just 2 wasted bans. Sorry, my throat is a little clogged. But RD really just once again throwing away 2 bans for no reason. You really have to question who's doing their draft and if they did any research at all. I mean, the first 3 bans are reactionary bans from the first game, and the second 2 bans don't make any sense.
Yeah, we are going to see...
I believe, actually, that we are going to see Virtual Trap in the jungle again, and Subjective Love on his main Singed in the top lane. Interesting. We are going to see the Zed hovered for Unique. So, it's kind of a shame that KTA... well.
That's going to be the Aatrox for Viator. That is definitely one of his other favorite picks.
Yes, Aatrox, I believe, has a decent... Oh, we are going to see the Zed hovered here again. I get to finish my comment. It's a shame that KTA is... You know what? I'm just going to wait until they pick, and then I'll say it if it's still relevant.
Nope.
They're gonna pick the Lissandra. That's fine. Seeing Unique on one of his patented mid laners is gonna be pretty cool. He always does a very good job on them. So Pike covered for
Pike jungle
for RD here. Pretty sure this is just a meme, but you're gonna see Rammus hovered. I don't really like Rammus into that team at all, but you know what? They're just gonna lock it in anyway.
Of course. So we are going to see Subjective Love on the Rammus. We are going to see Virtual Trap going for the Singed here.
Actually, I take that back a little bit. I think that Rammus is definitely quite good against Graves, but I have to question the effectiveness of the champion if Virtual Trap is the one playing it. Again, he is a top lane main, and furthermore, he is a 2-trick. So seeing him off-rolled into a champion that he doesn't play... I just think that there's no way that they don't get insanely punished again. Right. So, it is a shame because RDE isn't RDE without Pig. Pig isn't here. So, this is kind of what they have to make do with, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're really going to see what Subjective Love is going to bring to the team here in the top lane. And Trap trying to do what he can now on this Rammus. But make sure you get, I believe you just got a couple seconds left on the picks here. Then 2 minutes left to bets. Right now we've got 90% of the bet on Reign of Kings, taking the set 2-0. 10% of the bet here on Red Dusk Esports, looking to make a fight here. But bans are going to close soon as we go at the end of this this discussion. Well, bans will be closed. But so what we have here. This is all comfort picks on the side of Reign of Kings. Vader loves his Aatrox. Ajad has played a couple of Graves games, his successes. Most notably, had a rough time against the Sejuani, I believe. I don't remember. I think it was Hottie Williams casting last time. I was not very happy with that. But we do see Unique on the Lissandra again, which he has flourished into quite nicely. Asdeus and Izumi they love their Ezreal Shen lane. So it'll be interesting to see if the Xayah Rakan duo from the side of Red Dusk is able to, make a break here, get something going.
Interestingly enough, people talk about this Xayah Rakan lane all the time, but Xayah, I believe, is actually one of the worst AD carries in the game right now. I think her win rate is somewhere around 46%. You can anyone in chat can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. There is a definite possibility there, but I just feel that Xayah doesn't have that. That punch that she used to. I feel like Kai'Sa sort of essentially does her job of being a sort of that more hyper carry-esque, has the self peel with the ultimate shield, sort of AD carry a bit more, or even Tristana really I think is better than Xayah. But they did draft the Lovers duo, so we'll see if it does anything special for them. Personally, I think I would have preferred to have seen Yaya on Zyra again here. I think that this was actually quite a good game for Zyra. Yeah. But he goes with the Rakan instead, and I believe he's played it quite a few times before, so hopefully he's confident on the champion.
Yeah, we will see going forward what's going to happen. See if Subjective Love will create a little bit of chaos on this Singed if he is very used to, making something happen on the Singed. And a Virtual Trap on the Rammus. I'm looking forward to it. So if we're gonna ask our man, so let's make another prediction here.
All right, real quick. I'm gonna say 20. I'm gonna say 31 minutes ROK win.
I am gonna say I'm gonna double down, and I'm gonna say we're gonna see the 27-minute ROK win for the 2-0. And we're going to head over to a commercial break from our sponsor.
This is Tim Borseth, and I own and operate Games XP in Decorah, Iowa. Games XP is a geek paradise. We carry everything from Pong and Atari all the way to Xbox One and PS4, and all the games that would go with those consoles as well. We also carry a ton of movies. We have handheld games. We have Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon. We have D&D and Pathfinder. We carry Warhammer 40K. We have a vintage Star Wars selection. This place is great. My wife and I have had 6 kids, and they are so much fun to work with here at the store. They run the store as much as I do.
And we now repair cell phones, game consoles, computers, and small electronics.
Our store is instant fun. Not only is there cool music and cool stuff to look at, but we have a game room that is so much fun. It's free to play, and you just plug in your game system and enjoy life. The GameXP motto is bringing joy to people's lives through our products, people, and a place to play. You have got to come to Decorah, Iowa and check out Games XP and experience this geek gaming paradise.
And we are back. Red Dusk Esports, Reign of Kings, Game 2. 1-0 on the side of Reign of Kings, looking to close this out in a 2-0. Red Dusk looking to draw this out to a Game 3. We've got Subjective Love. We've got Tilted Gargoyle coming in for the side of Red Dusk. Looking to see how things go. But going forward, it should be interesting. The bets are closed. We do end at 90% of the bet for Reign of Kings, 10% of the bet for Red Dusk Esports. We will see how it goes down.
Yeah, I'm hoping that these subs can kind of breathe a breath of fresh air into RDE. But ROK had such a commanding performance game 1. I think I can kind of write this off. So we'll see if they're able to pull, really, in my opinion, a miracle here.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting here at the very least.
Now, interesting summoner choice from Subjective Love on the Sin. She has Flash Ignite. Obviously wants to go for that kill pressure on Aatrox. You have to question how much kill pressure he's ever really going to have on Aatrox. Aatrox is an incredibly oppressive lane bully and really just kind of does whatever he wants in every matchup that he has. So we'll see if Subjective Love's summoner spell choice really can net him anything in that lane.
Yeah, I don't feel like
just a quick aside, sort of interesting to note. We do see Cheesecake and Yeye rocking the matching SSG skins for Xayah and Rakan.
Neat there. Yeah, it's very interesting. Just you've been watching level 1 of the Aatrox Q versus Singe Poison. Subjective Love is really just trying to run around on him, and Vader's putting out tons of damage on this Aatrox in return. And
yeah, the Deathbringer stance absolutely chunking Subjective Love out with that auto attack. The punish is insane. Subjective Love has absolutely no respect for the Aatrox level 1, which is way better than Singed.
He's got the level 2 here. I believe he has a Time Warp Tonic, looking at a bit how fast he's moving with that Corrupting Potion, so he's looking to maybe get in there on that Corrupting Potion burn. Maybe get some stuff happen. Virtual Trap. Oh, the red buff I think is going to go over to a Jot there. Take it away from Virtual Trap.
Yeah, Jot really punishing this unconventional Rammus pick.
So Vishalow's going to find the flip onto Viator. I don't know what's happening right now. He's got to get away from him. This might be his death. No, he's gonna get away from him. So Love is 3 now. This is gets flung over as he goes for the next Q. This is what is this? This might be bad for Viator. He flashes, but there's the follow from Subjective Love. He ignites him. He runs past him. He dies on the poison. Subjective Love takes the first blood over Viator.
Well, I stand corrected.
I think the important thing there was the Singe fling in the middle of the Deathbringer's dance threw him out of the second Q and threw him so far away that he couldn't follow up off the third Q. And,
yeah, I think really just the no respect shoe was kind of on the other foot there for a while.
Watching Singe is really just a spectacle, I think.
So earlier we did see Virtual Traps red buff get smited away by a Jot, and of course there was no collapse on him. Galio early game, sort of Omega Lull kind of tier.
Yeah, it really doesn't have a lot of movement there.
Yeah, and Virtual Trap, insanely punished by that take. He's still level 2, and it's 4 minutes in the game. That has got to hurt.
He's going to be here for the Powerball, though. Might look for something. Might go for the flash. No, he's not going to make it happen.
Jot's here now, so we'll see if... oh, no, it looks like he's just going to go over to Krugs.
Subjective Love going to find the flip here. The knockup's coming in from Yeye. Try to turn it around. Nizumi gets a lot of return damage on Cheesecake. I don't want to watch this top lane. This is good. This is the top lane that I'm willing to watch like the camera get shot up to a couple times.
Singe Fig is really just kind of flexing all over the place, but you have to kind of think to what end, really.
Right.
He takes a lot of harass whenever he does decide to go in, but he does have the Time Warp Tonic, which, as we all know, is a pretty overpowered rune right now. I hope that Riot really does have some plans to tune it down, because it's pretty oppressive in both top and mid lane. So we can see Singe really showing the power of that Time Warp Tonic. I mean, he goes in for these in any other world that should never work. Doesn't get punished at all and takes like a quarter of the Ader's health.
Subjective Love taking a lot of damage here. But he's,
Subjective Love unfortunately does eat the third Aatrox Q right in the middle and gets smacked around. He could have definitely played that one better. Vader is going to go for the freeze here, which is nice. Freezing against a Singe really makes it hard for him to do anything in lane. He might have to try and go for the proxy to break the freeze.
We're going to see the second Dark Seal pick up on the side of Subjective Love there. The episode
pretty standard pickup. I really want to see RD's bot lane sort of flex the power pick.
Virtual Trap running into a Jot. There's the Galio ultimate. Jot's going to get out of there. He's still looking around. He gets taunted up, but Unique's on the back end here. Flashes for the snare. Jot's actually going to flash out as Unique finds the kill on a Virtual Trap. Tilda Gargo has nowhere to really go. So Subjective Love's coming down. He gets locked up by Los Angeles. Vader gets there first. Doesn't quite find the flash over to the bush. And that's going to be 2 kills going over to the side of Reign of Kings.
Yeah, again, you have a top lane main in jungle playing a champion that he doesn't play. The punish by the other jungler is just kind of second nature, right? Like,
we see the taunt come out. Yeye is on fire right now. Get shot up by the Ezreal Q, and Nizumi is going to take that turnaround kill off of the back of the Rakan knockup, and that is a kill now for the Reign of Kings bot lane.
Yeah, poorly played by RD's bot lane. They had the level advantage, and Shen early game is already pretty good. I really don't think they had any business going in there. Probably should have just waited till level 6, mainly because, the Xayah Rakan combo, their ultimates are both very combat focused, right. Whereas it's very easy to not get hit by an Ezreal ult in a 1v1, and Shen ult is just kind of a big shield. So I would have preferred to have seen them wait till level 6 and then really try and get a wombo on ROK's bot lane. And I think they're really going to get punished heavily for that kill. Yeye lost a pretty significant amount of experience. I don't think that ROK backing here in the bot lane is the right call. I would definitely have continued pressuring. They canceled the back. That's good. I like this a lot more.
So I love doing some proxying there, getting the minions out there, like you said, to break up what Vader was trying to get going. So I love not giving a care in the world as he sees that I don't think he caught vision of a Jot there in the bot side jungle, but not too frightened right now.
Yeah, breaking the freeze there was definitely the right play. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to CS, and he wouldn't have ever been able to get close enough for to really soak all the XP from a wave, because Aatrox could just punish him.
Subjective Love. He can snap back into the box, but putting a lot of damage on Vader now off that double Dark Seal. Unique is here. Finds the ultimate onto Tilda Gargoyle as he gets in. The Q comes through. The root comes through. He finds the taunt, and I believe that's going to be the ultimate from a Jot, and it finds the kill on Tilda Gargoyle. And that's another pickup for the side of Reign of Kings.
Yeah, Tilda Gargoyle playing way too far up there.
This might be something. He has the ultimate available, walks out of the box. We're going to see Vader's ultimate come through. He tries to chase on Subjective Love, but he's got the poison down. Unique's gonna end up throwing Virtual Trap out of his jungle there. And I mean, we're just seeing the Unique Ajat show.
Yeah, World Ender down for Viator now. I think Subjective Love.
Oh, the Flash Ignite flip from Subjective Love, and the poison takes him out. Pulled in by.
I was actually just going to comment on the fact that he was probably looking for a Flash Ignite there, and lo and behold.
And oof.
Yeah, Subjective Love really showing the mastery of the Singed pick that he plays so often. But unfortunately, I mean, Virtual Trap is just getting absolutely massacred and run over in this jungle. He lost another red, he lost his Raptors, and he almost died to Unique. He really just can't do anything on this Rammus pick. And, you know, Rammus is exceptionally weak when behind. He basically just powerballs in and dies, especially to a heavy magic damage threat like that of Unique's Lissandra. In addition with the magic damage that comes through from the Shen auto attacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult ramp up and going to be a lot for Subjective Love to be able to do. He has the Ninja Tabby now on top of the blasting one he's picked up, so a little bit of damage and a little bit of tankiness coming through. Really going to look for him to be a huge contributing factor in these fights if we're going to see him. Because he is the only one with kills now on the side of RDE.
It looks like Cheesecake is spending a lot of their mana really trying to shove this wave in, when realistically, this is not a position that RDE wants their wave to be in. They want the wave to be at their tower, so they do get ganked. They have the tower there to sort of help secure any kills that they may have had. They have absolutely no business being this far up in the lane, and I want to see Ajad and Unique rotating down just like they are right now.
Just like this. He's got to get out of there. Nezumi blocking him off the side. The flash taunt from Nezumi finds two. Ajad is there, accusing the wall. The feathers fly. The battle dance is down, finds two. Might get caught up here. Flash just tries to get off the battle dance to get to Zaya. Actually manages to get out of there. The teleport comes in from Tilted Gargoyle, and the side of RD is actually going to survive off of the back of their 3 summoner spells and 2 ultimates.
Yeah,
with, so a lot less spent on the side of RD.
Just like I was saying, they had no business really shoving up the wave that far unless their intention was to back immediately after that, and they didn't.
Ooh.
They stayed around.
Virtual Trap finding the taunt onto Viator here. So Deathlove running down, but he's got tower aggro the whole time. Never escaped tower aggro there. We saw the ultimate come in from Nezumi, and Unique's there as well on the teleport. And that's going to be the kill most likely. Flashes for the Q. Oh, Subjective Love.
Yeah, I like... I don't really have words for that, unfortunately. Just poor play on the side of Subjective Love, which could have otherwise really have been turned around into a kill, or at least a 100% guaranteed Shen ultimate and Unique TP, and then they run away. Just really mismanaging tower aggro very poorly. I don't think there's anything really more to say about that. It is worth noting that this Galio pick is really underperforming. I think that he did have ult up for that, and if they had coordinated that into a 3-man dive instead of a 2-man dive, that would have been significantly better. I feel like Galio, realistically, should almost be used on... Ooh.
We're looking for something here. Unique finds the ultimate onto Yeye. Everyone else following up. The Galio ultimate is there, but I don't think this is where Tilted Gargoyle wants to be. Cheesecake's on the back. We're going to see them knock out of there, and Gargoyle's going to flash, and there's going to be the flash from Ajat. Finds the Q, finds the slide in, and the auto attack, and that's a killing spree for Ajat. The ultimate comes out, the taunt comes out. Astadeus finds the kill on the Cheesecake, and RK is just on the pickup here.
Virtual Trap, you got to get out of here, man. You don't have anything to do here. But as I was saying, intelligent use of Galio ult can really swing some of these fights in their favor, especially if they get like sort of a knock-up into really letting Zaya just kind of wail on people for a long time.
Subjective Love getting taunted up here, trying to find his way to a Jot, finds the Ignite Flash, the Poison, but that's not going to be enough. The Triumph going to heal him up. He's going to hit the Honey Fruit too, and not quite finding what he wants as another kill gets handed over to ROK.
Yes, Subjective Love has almost no tank stats right now. He's building a Rylai's first, and just has the Ninja Tabby. Really just doesn't respect the potential of this Dark Harvest Graves damage, and gets totally destroyed. And now he's dead, and Vader gets to free farm top lane for a little while. Because Subjective Love, obviously, with Ignite, does not have the TP and kind of shove Viator back into his own tower. Very unfortunate game for RD. Probably going to be over a lot earlier than I guessed. We already have a 5K gold lead built up. I think we can call this one sort of over already. It's almost a 4v5 with how behind Rams is right now.
Yeah, it's a Virtual Trap not finding the ability to get on top of anybody, and I don't think there's really anybody you can even taunt at this point. I mean, anybody they taunt will probably end up doing more damage to him than he'll deal off the return of the puncturing taunt.
Very good play by Jot in this game.
We're looking for more. Tiltagago, Unique's gonna ult himself there. Virtual Trap's hanging around, finds the taunt onto Lysandra. Tiltagago's trying to get some, but he has the Hourglass. The teleport's coming in from Viator. It's gonna get canceled, but Unique's still there. Finds the Shen ultimate there. I don't think that's what he wanted. I think he got flipped out of the teleport up in the top lane. But Nezumi is there with the Shen ultimate, and that's gonna do enough to keep Unique alive after everything. Yeye is here, finds the ultimate, finds the knockup going in. Unique's gonna root him up, and the Ignite's gonna be enough to take down Unique there. They turn around, and Jot finds the kill off the back of the Graves ultimate. Double kill's coming in for a Jot. He is monstrous right now. Subjective is in the center of things. Virtual Jot finds the kill off the taunt, and he turns around for the kill on the side. This might be it! Nope. But they are gonna find another return kill there, and that is gonna be, in the end, a 4 for 2 for the side of Reign of Kings. And I feel like that's about as good as Red Dusk could ask for.
I spent almost that entire fight watching the feathers sit on the ground from the Xayah ultimate. And I have to question, was the Xayah E up? If so, why didn't Cheesecake use it? That could have easily done 400 to 500 damage to a Jot there, which would have swung the tide of the fight completely. And my second question would be, if it wasn't up, why? What was it used on? It
Right.
doesn't make any sense. You know, I mean, typically, I'm no AD carry main by any means, but even I can understand that you want to save your E for after you use your ult as Zyra.
Yeah,
Really,
a very reliably low cooldown as well. I don't think there was any reason for it to not be able to be used in that fight. I think he may have gotten greedy, trying to set up a few more feathers after the ultimate, of course, or passive, letting you throw down a couple more feathers on your next auto attack after using a skill. But I think they may wanted to go for a bit too big of a play after the setup there, and dying before he could get the E down. Not really working out for him.
Really just a head scratcher. I really have to question what Cheesecake is thinking right now and why he didn't just press the E key. I mean, it's just the E key. Just press it. All the feathers were already set up for your ultimate. I mean, big oof. But we are going to see the Herald picked up from ROK here. You know, pretty standard line of play. Their head, they'll get the Herald, take 2 towers top lane. That opens up Baron. You know, it's pretty much all downhill from here. The one thing I do have to say about ROK's sort of setup right now is I want them to just kind of go bot lane and take the free gold from the tower.
Jot, the flash taunt from Virtual Trap, trying to get onto a Jot, trying to do everything they can. The Shen ultimate comes to a Jot, might actually survive here. Nezumi is here, goes to the flash taunt onto the Rammus. Virtual Trap trying to get out of there, and I don't think he's going to make it. The Q, the auto, a flash snare from Unique's going to take the kill on a Virtual Trap. Yeah, he has nowhere to go. Finds the turnaround jump. There's the Galio ultimate, but it might be a little too late. But actually, he's going to find the kill onto Lysandra there. That's a lot of damage coming through. But I think that's about all he's going to make it by himself. But Cheesecake's on the back line, but they are going to find a return kill there.
Yeah, a little too greedy into the Galio on the side of RDE. And my comment now is, okay, Cheesecake, I know I just told you to hit your E key, but wait until you have a few more feathers before you hit the E key, because you could have killed a Jot there, 100%, if you had landed the snare from the E, but he didn't. He didn't have enough feathers out. But he hit the E key, pulled the feathers back in, and still managed to land 2 more autos after that, and I'm pretty much sure that would have guaranteed the snare had he just waited before hitting the E key. So, it's a little feels bad, man. I mean, I don't know if they're going through a little bit of tilt right now, but very very poor decision making on the side of RDE still.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting for them to see if they can make moves going forward. But this is now close to an 8K lead here around the 20-minute mark for the side of Kings. We see the.
I would say that this is basically insurmountable at this point. Not only is it a very big kill differential with 11 kills, but all of this gold advantage is coming from kills and CS, not even towers.
Right. Does like a tower here, tries to run away from Vader. I think he's gonna get away off the back of the Syndol. The teleport's coming in. Unique is here. He might actually die here soon. He flashes away, gets away from the Unique. Lysandra goes for the. Oh lordy. He has the Rylai from the poison. He's trying to make it, but Nezumi might cut him off here. Finds the Q.
He did burn taunt to get
Where is he going? Oh my lord! Subjective Love is gonna get out of here.
Yeah. Questionable decision by Nezumi to burn the taunt to get over. He has no follow-up CC, so I mean the most they could have done was auto Subjective Love once or twice as he kind of drove by, but he does get out. Good play by Subjective Love. Does take the tower. Does get out. Does not lose his life. But the Herald is gonna say, hey, that tower that you just took, we want one of those. So
yeah. Original Trap trying to find the taunt there. But Ajat's going to take him out. That is just way too much damage. So Jekyll is going to find the flip to get the pseudo kill on Aviator. Pops him out of the ultimate, but there's way too much coming from the side of Ring Kings. He's actually getting surrounded here. Mizumi's looking for him. Gets flipped before he can go for the taunt.
Yeah, so now we're just going to see RK just kind of take this tower for free. There's nothing that RD can do here. Oh my god, that Dark Harvest damage is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there really isn't anything RDE can do besides turtle at their towers at this point. They're coming in, they're clearing some vision, but it's really not going to do anything. RK is just going to take Baron whenever they want to. I mean, realistically, they could take it right now, and I don't think RDE could even bother contesting. I mean, they probably just get aced in the 5v5, even with all the Baron debuffs on the side of ROK. Graves is just that far ahead, and so is Sandra.
Yeah, this is big. A lot of money sitting in. Why am I still sitting in Ajat's pocket? He's sitting on 2,300 gold right now, probably looking to finish off his Maw of Mortius. And things are just. I don't know. I don't like calling a game done, but what I'm thinking.
Don't worry, I'll do it for you.
Right,
this game is done.
I'm sitting here thinking of what RD wants to do to make attempts to call back, and I think that all RDE can do is hope that ROK kind of forgets how to play the game multiple times.
Yeah, if they all just suddenly disconnect with absolutely no way of getting back into the game, right. I think
we will see a pretty clean win from RD at that point. Yes.
Yeah.
With nobody left to pause the game, that would be pretty unfortunate.
Now, interesting to note, I do want to talk about Ajat's build choice here. I don't like the finished Maw of Mount Mortius at all. I don't think that it really...
Yeah, he's going to find the knock-up here. We're going to find Subjective Love looking for the fling, and I think that's 4. I think that's enough to take down Vader. He's going to revive here. He's got nowhere to really go, running around in the poison, and they're going to get flung around, tossed around. Cheesecake finds the kill, but that's going to be the bot lane tower for Reign of Kings.
They sure got him there. They really killed that Aatrox.
They murdered that Aatrox, actually.
And then they lost 150 global gold because of it.
Yes.
But back on this Mob Mount Mortius kind of thing, I like to critique builds because I think there's a lot of potential for min-max here from a lot of the players in GXPC. They completed Mob Mount Mortius doesn't really do anything for a shot. I feel like going the Phantom Dancer route would have been better because he already has the Storm Razor completed, and you will get multiple Storm Razor procs in a teamfight as Graves just because of the nature of the shotgun. So I feel like really buffing that Storm Razor crit potential was the correct way to go in this situation. RDE just has such low kill potential that while the I'm kind of going to chase him down here. While the default shield from the regular Hex Drinker is good, I would say that was a good buy. The extra stats that you get from the Mom Memoria shield are really just kind of don't really do anything.
Yeah, definitely the move around. Now he's got the Fade, I believe he's working into the Cleaver next instead of the aforementioned Phantom Dancer. Looking to tear down the armor items on the Rammus, and even Galio building himself into a Thornton Mail next, but we are going to see the Baron get taken up by RD. Might try to make a last stand here.
They're going to have to go in now. I mean...
Yeah, they got to make something happen. Yeye is going to fly in, finds the W, finds the ultimate. Graves is going to get the Baron. Yeye is going to be on the back end here. Going to get chased down by Asadeus. In the middle of the pit, we see Unique find the Hourglass. The Shen ultimate is going to come down on him as we see everybody else on the side. Ajada is just unanswered on the back end there. Took Gorgo, trying to find something to suggest. Love just running around on top of Unique. Might actually find the kill here. Unique might actually go down to the poison, dies off the back of Subjective Love, finds the kill. That's enough, remember. That's a double kill for Subjective Love. Takes out 2 of these Baron buffs. They're just going to walk away from the Singe and ignore him because he is very, very toxic here. And nobody wants to look at toxic behavior. The slow is going to come in for Subjective Love. He might... Oh, no, that's a lot of Ajat damage. You do not have enough armor to answer that.
I think that there's actually a very unfortunate play. That one that happened right there. If Tilted Gargoyle had committed to the Ezreal, who was grounded by the Singed adhesive with taunt, I think that was an easy kill. Back to the Baron fight, though. Let's sort of analyze that a little bit. It didn't actually go totally in the favor of ROK. We did see Subjective Love pick up 2 pretty good return kills, but I need to make the observation that that fight could have actually been very heavily RDE favored if, and only if, Tilted Gargoyle had showed a little bit more trigger discipline with his ultimate. Because while the Galio ult did come down, it did not hit anyone in the Baron pit actually doing the Baron, and therefore all of that potential damage was wasted. He used it on Yeye as he was in the middle of the, I believe Rakan W is called Battle Dancer or something. In the middle of that animation, and he kind of the Galio came down outside of the Baron pit, and I think only hit Viator, who was diving Cheesecake at the time. So if the micro play had just been a little bit better, they really could have turned that fight around. So I'm feeling for RD right now. That sucks.
Yeah, definitely not what they wanted. We do see the Catalyst and the Negatron getting picked up by Seductive. He's going for the Abyssal Mask next. Doing what he can to try to get into the 70 fights. He's pretty prominent. I mean, he's got the KP to back it up, and he's really doing what he can to look at these fights. And finding these kills on the back of these Fed members of Reign of Kings is still impressive to one degree.
Subjective Love is definitely the last best hope for RDE. So let's see if he can pull it off. He's at a 2-level deficit from ROK's jungler Ajat, who is playing absolutely out of his mind on this Graves. Very impressive performance.
ROK is just kind of hanging out here. They have the cannon minion. They're all committed to the defensor, and nobody on RD really has the ability to get to this cannon minion, fortunately.
No, that thing's just going to take their tower, and there's nothing they can do about it.
That is just a long dance. Trap's trying to get in there. He explodes. Galio ultimate actually is going to find the knockup on 3! Subjective Love's running around here. This might be bad for ROK, but it's not going to last too long. Ajat is still alive. They do not last long enough here. The feathers fly. The E comes through, but that is going to be the ace. And can they get it in the next 10 seconds and still hold the 27-minute win that I talked about? You can do it. It's not going to happen. They don't have the minions there. So it's going to be 20.
They're going to go for it. They channel the TP.
Oh,
the surrender. Ooh.
Does that count? That was 27:59 surrender. That was still 27 minutes. Geisen prediction was correct. We do see the 27-minute win from the Reign of Kings. They're going to take this series 2-0.
Questionable surrender choice. The game was over. Could have just let him have it. I mean, a little feels bad, man.
Geisen prediction, baby. That is the power. Always comes.
I'm totally not saying that so that Geisen wouldn't be wrong, by the way. You guys know how it is.
So, what did we see both games from the side of Reign of Kings that we wanted to see there? I mean, we saw we saw the Unique and Ajat pressure game 1, and we saw just Ajat continue to put it out game 2, and really I think this is just the exact game that ROK has been playing.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go so far as to say that it wasn't even the Unique Ajat show. I mean, game 2 was just the Ajat show. I mean, he definitely had some backup on the early game counter jungles that he did on Virtual Trap, but I mean, he just basically came in and cleaned house by himself. I mean, look at his score line, 1208, most damage on team, followed very closely, admittedly, by Acideus' Ezreal, which was very impressive this game. But yeah, I mean, shouts out to Ajat. Good jungler, very good jungler.
So going forward, as we are picking our MVP for this game, well, what are you thinking, my man Singo Gazer?
Well, I think that I probably just spoiled my pick, but I'm gonna pick Ajat.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with Ajat here as our MVP here. See if we can get him in here. So we are here with Ajat Jungle of the Reign of Kings.
Yeah.
And so Ajat, that was a pretty heavy win for the side of Reign of Kings, and this was definitely a win that you guys needed to pick up going into playoffs. So take me through the mentality of Reign of Kings coming in from the start of round 2, going, I believe, 0-4, going forward to now, and how the mentalities have changed on the team overall.
Oh yeah, that first week was great. We went 0-2 first week. We didn't win any of our games. We played NFG, got a huge early lead in both games. We were like 5k ahead in both games, and then threw it. That was sick. And then Purple Cobras, I didn't actually get to play in that game, and we decided not to use our emergency reschedule because I had a 14-hour shift that day, and I had to fill in for somebody who was not going to show up to work, which is awesome. So I actually have no idea what happened there. I never watched the VODs. I was told they were close, and if games were close with our support in the jungle, then yikes. And so we are immediately like 0-2, like, okay, you know, whatever. We're coming into this with a bad record. You know, we know our goal is 6th place, so we can just make playoffs. So that's whatever. And then next week we're like, okay, you know, fuck that last week. We know we're a good team. Oh, sorry, I can't curse here. I'm so sorry. Screw that last week. We're a good team, and you know, we know we're good, so we're just gonna play like we're good. And then we barely lost the White Lotus, and those games were super close. And then we beat FSG. So then we started to win. And since we beat FSG, we have won out all of our games. So we are now 5-3.
Not too bad. So I mean, that was really just the mentality shift. You came in and you lost the first early games. You kind of moved forward and you just said, you know what, we're a good team. We're just gonna keep playing good, and eventually things are gonna come together for us.
Yeah. I mean, we knew we were a good team after that first week, right? We had early leads in both. Apparently, they had an early lead in the game I wasn't even in, which was awesome, you know?
Right.
So we had the early leads in all those games. It was just we didn't transition it. And then we played a slower game versus FSG, and then Balthazar had to leave to go to his other team, to his college team.
Yeah.
So as our shot caller, we basically had to take a whole new approach to it, which we went from being a slower, quote unquote, early game aggression to super slow, like close it out, to just aggression all day, every day, which is beautiful because me and Unique always want to fight, and Nazumi also likes to fight, and Hamza, or Asadeus, as you guys call him, Asadius, and Biter are just down for whatever. So me and Unique are just yelling about fight, and everybody else is like, I guess we're going.
I would say that's definitely what it looks like a lot, as we see a lot more of these games. The jungle mid synergy really being built up a lot by you two in a lot of these previous games, and it really looks a lot like that. It looks like you just showing up and saying, hey, I'm gonna start a fight, and Unique's like, yeah, I'm here, dude, let's just fight. And so many of these early kills that I believe there have been several first bloods that have come in from the mid lane from your like level 2, level 3 ganks. So has that, you know, synergy with Unique in the mid lane really helped out? Because you two have been a lot of, you know, very prevalent factors in a lot of the wins that ROK has been picking up here. So is it just a nice synergy being built up by the two of you there as going forward?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, if you look at like just looking at like how we do our pick ban, which I can go into a little bit, I guess. It's kind of weird.
Well, we don't want you to reveal any secrets.
No, I'm not revealing secrets. It just, and you'll notice. I mean, anybody can see this in their face. Like, every single game we pick a mid jungle duo that's like good together, right? So, I mean, obviously we play that sort of style. You can watch any of our games and see that, like, me and Unique go hard in the paint all day, every day. So, I mean, pick your poison, you know.
True. So I don't have anything else, but I definitely want to say, now that you've more than likely, I think that I'm not sure you even have to win.
We have 100% locked it in. I already did the math.
Yeah. You have. So you've locked in your playoff spots.
Yeah.
You're going forward. So what are your thoughts going into the playoffs? Are there any matchups you're looking forward to? Are there anything, or are you just kind of going in and say, hey, everybody else that thought we were bad the first couple weeks, look at us now. We're coming for you. Any shout outs you'd like to give to other teams first off?
No, not really. I mean, we're hard stuck 6th right now. Like, we can't go up, we can't go down. It's like legitimately hard stuck 6th. Which means we have to play Schism or Purple Cobras. And I looked at their matchups earlier because they both have 2 games left. They both have to play White Lotus. And they both have their last week game. And we have to play Schism next week. And Purple Cobras has to play as Atlas or Furious Gents, I think.
It is Atlas.
Atlas, thank you. So, like, just judging by that, and because Purple Cobra is our game, I think 1 or 2 now, I don't remember, up on Schism, we're basically almost locked into Schism. Like 99% locked into Schism in our playoff match, right? Because it's 6th versus 3rd, right?
I believe so.
And then it's dynamic seeding, so lowest seed plays the highest seed.
Right.
So we're locked into a match, or our playoff side's locked into us versus Schism. If we win, we play White Lotus. So, I guess next week is a cool, like, pre-playoff show-off, you know?
Right.
Which I think we can take Schism. I think we're a tournament-winning team. So, I guess we'll just have to see.
I have to agree. Definitely looking at Reign of Kings, and I'm glad that I've had the pleasure of casting a lot of your games recently to really watch this team. I feel like I've watched this team evolve from the start going in, just the team that sort of was just a bunch of early aggressors that couldn't really, close in games, to just finding those pinpoint aggressions, closing out these games super early, and it just feels like the objectives are really coming together. So it's really nice to see that Reign of Kings is, building up to what I thought they were going to be coming in, and it's nice to see them flourish, and I'm looking forward to see you guys going into playoffs. So I don't have anything else. Cinco Gazer, if you don't...
Do not. I would like to hear the shout-outs.
Yeah, I want to hear some shout-outs.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so shout out to the double Sheen 80 carry Ezreal, dude. Beautiful. I love it when my ADs build double Sheen, actually. So we were talking about it. He can proc Sheen off of Q and then an auto. It's unbelievable, dude. That's why he did it. He just had this other mindset. It was great. Other than that, I don't have anything else to shout out. That was awesome. I mean, I love my teammates. That's cool. And hopefully one of these other junglers steps up to the plate and plays the game, because this is getting boring.
All right, well, we have a challenge thrown to every other jungler in the league, so you guys heard it here. Step up.
There you go.
Right.
We'll get to see it at the top. So thanks for joining us, Ajat. Good interview. Good job tonight, and looking forward to next week and the future.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, guys. Thank you for casting. It's awesome. Good luck, and you guys are casting the next one too, right?
We are not. We will be signing off after this. But yes, good luck to the next casters who are going to be casting Full Send Gaming versus Furious Gents. Should be an interesting one to watch.
Yeah, that'll be coming up around 9 o'clock. So make sure you guys catch that one. That'll be an interesting match for sure. As for us, I believe that is all I've got. So once again, thanks for joining us, guys. That was Reign of Kings versus Red Dusk Esports. Reign of Kings taking the set 2-0, locking in their 6th place playoff spot. We are going to see them going forward, and good match all around. And again, I'm Skyson, and joined by my boy Cinco Gazer.
Signing off, boys.
Have a good